make it seem like, oh, my dad was like this insensitive, you know, type of man, because he wasn't. My dad grew up with a mother and father in the home, and he grew up in Santiago, Chile, during the Che Revolution. So when the military came and occupied, he actually was a prisoner of war. He was captured, he was tortured, and he was dropped off in San Francisco, and had a hostess family, and made his way to LA because of a party. And so there's time when he was in jail, when he was being tortured during that time, you know, they did things to my father that he was never able to talk about. There's things to him that really didn't start showing up, and he didn't really start talking about it until like relatively, whatever, kind of close to when he passed away. And still, even then, like, I don't know what these people did to him. And I know it was strong enough that my dad did get paid reparations. And I learned, or at least I was told, that I didn't receive them. Like, they ended when he passed. Like, it was just for his lifetime. But so I don't want to make it seem like he's like insistent this and stuff like that. It's fucked up shit happened to him that he never spoke about. So that's what I want to shine light on. So when he had a little girl, and his little girl was having these stupid issues, especially, you know, in comparison, right? It's like something that he couldn't do it, right? And it's not his fault, and it's not like the lack of wanting to, but it goes back to, men, you need to talk. And if you don't want to talk to a professional, if you don't want to spend your time, energy, money, like, on that, and if you don't want to feel like a burden to, you know, your partner, you know, because that's also really challenging, you know, to be really vulnerable, just talk about it. And not just like to God, not just to yourself, but like get a camera out, talk about it, get a pen and paper, write it out, write it, get it actually out, get it out. Because holding that shit in will literally fuck up your health, and literally fuck up the next generation's, you know, relationships, you know, your kids' relationships with other people, and how they share their emotions and things like that. So you're like, I tried to I asked him a dozen times, more than a dozen, you know, Daddy, let me record you. Daddy, let me ask you questions. Daddy, you know, what happened? You know, this and that. And he was like, no, Mona. And one time he was like, and I kind of feel like I violating his trust right now, but I feel like it needs to be said. He one day he was crying, and it's a handful of times that I've seen my dad like that. And I was like, Daddy, he was like, Mona, you don't know what they did to me. And I'm like, Daddy, you need to talk about it. They're all gone and dead. They've all like forgotten about you and shit, and you're still carrying this shit. And he's like, Mona, you don't understand. And my dad is crying. And it makes me uncomfortable. I'm like, you know, messing with my finger. So it is hard, it is uncomfortable, and I don't know what you men have gone through. I can't imagine what my dad went through. I'm just grateful that America came and got him, and I'm grateful that he met my mom, and I am grateful that he had me, and that I had my daughter, and that we were able to be together. And we had a lot of horrible shit happen in our life, a lot of horrible mistakes and choices, and there's a lot of guilt and a lot of regret and a lot of resentment, and most of that could have been healed or totally avoided if he had gotten, and if he had seeked out that emotional support. So I feel like it's something that you don't carry that, because your family is going to carry it.